Bonjour. Today we are going to learn about greetings, how to say hello and the differences between saying hello in a formal or informal way in French. So that is one of our objectives for chapitre préliminaire, learn greetings and introductions. So to greet and introduce yourself. And this is part of your oral, this will be also a portion in your oral test 1 for chapitre préliminaire. Alors, on va commencer. We are going to start. I am in iLearn in the ebook, which all of you can access through iLearn. And if I'm studying as a student, I will always have this available in front of me and also Blackboard, as you can see here. And as a student, I will check if the instructor has any new assignments or especially new announcements here for me before I get started on my work. Some of you have already started and post things and went into the assignments in iLearn, but everything is posted here as announcements, getting started and everything. So let me go back to our lesson of the day. Comment ça va? Vocabulaire. Please also, when you are listening to French and studying French, try to record yourself or ask someone to listen to you and your pronunciation. This book comes with a audio text, so listen to it and practice it yourself as well. I do have a different way of pronouncing French. I have learned French my whole life. I went to a bilingual school, so French was actually the way we studied all the subjects that you study in here in English. So I was studying math in French, science in French, French in French, which we try not to do for 101. I can't teach you everything in French because you are not at a level where you can understand everything I say to you. Please use your notes here, use your highlighter as you study, because at the end, when you have all your notes and your highlighted words, you can print this and it becomes your own lesson that you made yourself. I think it's awesome. Okay, alors on va commencer. We are going to start. So, how to greet people in French. Wherever you go, people use bonjour all the time. Bonjour. And they have this intonation when they say it. Bonjour. And when they say also salut, don't pronounce the T. Salut, like hi, which is the informal way of saying it. So here we have Lydie, Annie, and they are speaking or introducing themselves and saying hello. Salut Annie, comment vas-tu? Salut Lydie, je vais très bien. Et toi? So notice how when we have an intonation in French when it comes to questions, you can really, really hear it. And also, when you are learning French, make sure that you know when to pronounce the endings and when not to. So this one, for example, is not très bien, it's très bien. And I believe that the most important thing when you learn the French language is to pay attention to the vowels. Vowels is what makes languages make them different from one another. For example, this E here is E in French, but since it's followed by another long syllable here, it's merci, merci. If I slow down, you hear the R in French, mer, but if I say it very fast, merci, merci, you probably won't hear it. Très, très, très bien. Not très, très, très bien. Très bien, très bien. Some of us also, some students, when they learn French, they have probably already taken Spanish in high school or somewhere else, and I hear them saying bien, because you're trying to remember how you pronounced the language in Spanish, and you do that. So in French is bien, très bien. Salut, salut, no T. Salut Marc, because it's a first name, you have to pronounce the end. Quoi de neuf? Quoi de neuf becomes quoi de neuf, quoi de neuf. It's not fast, it's just that French people do not slow down when they have little words like this. They try to link them together. Pas grand-chose, pas grand-chose. Et toi? And also the T in French has, especially if you have a French or a Parisian accent, the T sounds almost like a T in English, but not quite. So et toi, et toi. See, it's almost like you're pushing air out of your mouth when you say in the T. Rien de nouveau. And notice how I pronounce this last syllable here. Vos, vos. Think of the word vogue when you're doing that. Vos, vos. Nous, nous, O-U, nous, like my name. My name starts with S-O-U, so it's Sou, Soumaya. Okay, nouveau. Au revoir, and notice, au revoir becomes au revoir. À bientôt. À plus. Okay, à plus. So you continue. These two are very, very casual. Remember that in French also, when you speak French, if you don't know the person or the person is older than you in formal situations, you actually have to use what we call the vouvoiement. The vouvoiement. That's the noun. Vous voyez with ER at the end, it's the verb. So if you're, let's say you're speaking to your professor in, I don't know, American University in Paris, or La Sorbonne in Paris. So, bonjour Marie, comment allez-vous? Notice that the professor himself is using vous. Vous is you in the plural form. But in French, you use it even though you're speaking to only one person because you want to be polite. Polite in formal situation. Bonjour Marie, comment allez-vous? Did you hear that T? How I connected it? Comment allez-vous? Okay, that's called linking. Okay, you take the last letter here and you connected the first vowel. It only happens when the second word starts with a vowel. Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous? Très bien, merci. Et vous, monsieur? There's no N sound in monsieur. Et vous, monsieur? No S. We don't say vous. Professeur? Très bien. Aussi. Merci. Now here we have the usage also of the formal situations because we have a younger child and an older lady. So, Madame Gilles, bonjour Jean, comment vas-tu? See here she uses tu, which is informal, like these guys did up here, but he doesn't, the child doesn't, because it's impolite to do that in French. Très bien, madame, et vous? Et vous? Très bien aussi, merci. Au revoir, Madame Gilles. Au revoir, Jean. See how she's not using the vouvoiement with him, but he is because of the age difference. So that's another formal situation. Now, these people seem to be in the same age. So, salut Paul, salut Alex, je vous présente mon ami Marie. So he's presenting someone, or he's introducing someone who he doesn't know. So, je vous présente. And they have this formal relationship because they probably are new colleagues, or they don't know each other, so they met for the first time or the second time, so they did not start using the informal language, which in French is called le tutoiement. Tutoiement, it comes from the word tu, which is tu, which is you in French in the singular form. Je vous présente. Now, if he wanted to use the tutoiement, or what we call the informal language, he would say je te présente, not je vous présente. That's the difference. Je vous présente versus je te présente. Bonjour Marie, enchanté. Enchanté Marie, enchanté. And notice that here Marie says enchanté, but if she writes it, it has to have a double E. The second E is what distinguishes the masculine from the feminine, as you notice. So, all right. So, bonjour. This was an introduction to greetings and introductions in French. I hope you enjoy it, and please do your homework. Merci, à bientôt.